Hey guys, welcome to the 82nd, that's right, 82nd Animated Girls Profile Confidential. And as the title of the video shows you and the imagery coming up, we are talking about Vanilla. That's right, we're talking about Vanilla from the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise. I know, I'm kind of surprised I haven't talked about it, yet here on this series. I'm surprised. Did Jawbreaker talk about her on Furry Girl Profiles? Maybe he did, I just don't know. But yeah, this is the first time actually I've talked about her on Animated Girls Profile Confidential. And, Vanilla, she came into the equation around, I would say, the Sonic Advance 2 and 3 era. She is, of course, known in the Sonic franchise as the mother of Cream the Rabbit. And let's just say that depending on how you view Vanilla as a character overall in the franchise, she is definitely looked at as one of the top Sonic waifus in the entire franchise. I mean, if you wanted to do like a top 5 and all that, or top 10, she would most definitely, if you do a top 10, Vanilla would be in the top 5. There's no doubt about it. And the reason being is because of the way she's designed. I mean, this is something that a lot of, companies, studios, this is something that they've been doing for a long time. They always take a character that's meant to fill a role, whether it's a parental role or a supporting role or something like that, and they turn them into the eye candy of that franchise, or at least that portion of that franchise, depending on how many adaptations or versions of the franchise are around. Usually there's a female character that's mostly designed to be the eye candy, no matter what the occupation is. Like, in the case of Vanilla, she's the parent of Cream, and she's the potential love interest of Vector of the Chaotix. So, she's in that category to where, if you look up some fan art, and I'm not trying to say this to be weird or anything like that, I should say. I'm not saying this to be weird or anything, because this is legit. This is true. If you look up a lot of fan art, there is some fan art that has Vanilla in some very suggestive sexual outfits, some very let's put it this way, your tongue would be wagging down out of your mouth, your eyes would be bulging out, you'd be having the hearts floating around kind of deal above your head and stuff. That's basically what Vanilla is portrayed as, depending on the people that draw her in certain outfits. I mean, she's basically looked at as the MILF, the MILF, if you will, the Sonic franchise, as well as, like I say, the eye candy. I mean, if you look at the game aspect of the Sonic franchise, in particular, she's looked at basically in the same category as Rouge. They're mostly looked at as the eye candy of the franchise. And you might say, well, doesn't she play a major role, or does she have that big of a role and all that? You might ask that. Vanilla basically is a supporting character, we'll put it that way, but because of the way she's designed and the way she's the way she looks, depending on the version of the media she's in, it's up for debate. Sonic X, the games, the comics, Archie Sonic X comics, the Archie Sonic the Hedgehog comics, the IDW books. It all depends on, the role she's given. And sometimes, again, the most of the time it's just a supporting role that she has. But honestly, though, Vanilla, depending on her status in the franchise, is, one of those characters that even if her status is that of a supporting character, or a parental character, or whatever the occupation she's given, mostly parental for like Cream, that being her daughter, she basically has developed a fan base mainly because of the fact of the way she's designed. Has there been some stories to where she can get a little involved? Yeah, there has been. I mean, she did kind of play a major role in the recent metal virus story because she sacrificed herself basically to make sure her daughter was protected, and she ended up becoming infected. Thankfully, she's back to normal and everything, but the thing is, she did kind of play a major role when it came to that, even though she was a zombified version of herself because of the virus. Overall, that's probably the only other major role I know she's played a role in. I know that they gave us some supporting parts during the third and final season of Sonic X with her, being there to help Chris out when he basically rebuilt that portal from the end of the second season to, as a grown-up, to go from his world to Sonic's world, and she basically had to be there to kind of refit some clothing that was similar to what he had before. So yeah, she's kind of had some parts here and there depending on, the story that, she's in or she's a part of. But overall, she's mostly looked at as a very strong, very popular supporting character that, because of the way she looks and the way she's designed and the way she acts or is portrayed at times, depending on the adaptation of Sonic that she's in, she's developed a heck of a cult fan base. And again, both male and female perspective, it's because of the fact that, she's designed the way she is. I mean, like I said, there are many fan arts, and like I said earlier, I'm not trying to say this to be weird or anything because it's a legit truth. There's a lot of fan art out there, a lot of fan art that showcases her in very attractive, sexualized attire, and it's not to degrade her or anything. It's basically because of the way she's designed, and a lot of fans are, fantastic, and there are a lot of good fan arts out there, fantastic artists out there. It's just basically they're taking advantage of the way she's designed, and they're basically designing outfits that they feel she could fit in and walk around in and be portrayed in when it comes to a very attractive, sexual, eye candy-like perspective. So overall, though, like I said, Vanilla's character, it has a big role, but it's basically it's basically a big supporting role with, because, her occupation is that of a mother and everything. But again, she's one of those mothers that is popular and gained the following that she has because of the way she's designed. And she's looked at, again, if you did a top 10 or top 5, but mostly a top 10 countdown of Sonic waifus, she'd be in the top 5, possibly alongside maybe Rouge, Sally, and Bunny. And Percy, maybe. Yeah, Percy from Sonic Boom. So, and that's saying something. So overall, that's basically why she's a very popular character even to this day, and why people are behind her the way they are. Now, are there certain, very mature adult fan arts and animations out there that go beyond just regular fan art and everything that might be TV-13 or something like that? PG-13 rated? Oh yeah, there is. There's no doubt about that. I mean, I've heard people talk about certain things that you would just have to see to believe, if you know what I mean. But overall, yeah, Vanilla. Overall, Vanilla's been in, thanks to fans, has been in all kinds of artistic situations, if you know what I mean. Again, not trying to sound weird or anything, but that's just a fact, and I think I think a lot of people listening to this know that. So anyway, though, guys, just wanted to come on here and give you my thoughts overall on Vanilla Rabbit from the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise here on the 82nd edition of the Animated Girls Profile Confidential. We are 18 confidentials away from 100. Now the question is going to be, who will that be and who will I talk about as we progress to that? We shall see. But again, this is all I have to say about Vanilla here on the 82nd edition of the Animated Girls Profile Confidential. Let me know what you guys think down below. Comment if you like. And I am out.